Why, hey there, beautiful. Got time to talk to an old city boy? Hey, no, don't act like you know me. You can smile at me, that's fine. Just smile subtly. You don't know me, you know what I mean? I'm a random stranger hitting on you at the bar. Why? Because it's a fun fantasy for us to think about. It's romantic? Okay, look. If you look very, very subtly behind me, and I do not want you to ogle at them, you'll see 4 strapping young men from my team who believe right now that I'm hitting on a random bar. Of course, I knew as soon as I saw you that you were you. And so when they were like, oh, go ahead and somebody, yeah, go ahead and somebody with the accent, I agreed because I saw you. Now, in order to complete our deception, you need to pretend that you don't know me. It's not deceitful, it's a bit fun. I'll tell them later. It's just a bit... And just so we're clear, if it hadn't been you, I would not be hitting. I would have just told them I'm not going to do it. Huh. You can never be too clear about such things in my experience. If you could just, grin at me slightly or smile or something, as if I'd said something funny. Yeah, like that. That's perfect. That's really, really, you born for the big screen. Yeah, that's acting of the highest caliber. What are you doing here anyway? Well, I am here, as I say, dragged out after practice by my team. Against my will, fully, of course. What am I drinking? It's golden water. Don't ask questions. What are you drinking? That looks... Yeah, well... Kids in glass houses and all that. Oh, cheers anyway. So why are you here? You with somebody or just randomly hanging out at a bar? How many study groups actually study at a bar? I would guess it's somewhere between 0 and 0. 0. Okay. Well, what am I going to tell them that I said to you? See, now we're thinking as a pair. This is good. This is excellent. We're thinking of how to be deceitful for a short time together. Do we want to make it something really, really like cliche and corny? That'd be kind of funny. It's got to be something that's like horrible. It just sounds terrible. Like if a guy you didn't know came up and said this to you, you'd genuinely want to throw your drink in their face. But maybe not quite to the extent of being creepy. Or where you'd actually throw your drink in their face. Did it hurt? When you fell from heaven? Something like that. We'll figure it out later. No, I mean... I'm assuming that they're watching, very, very proud of their boy, but you'd really like to think that in the first 10 minutes or so of talking they would not come over and interrupt. That would be against the code, so to speak. Well, if one of them would come up to a bar and start chatting someone up and it seemed to be going well, I would leave them the hell alone. Don't want to start inserting myself into that. It's best of luck to both of them. Maybe they've found their one true love. Maybe not, but either way, it's no reason for me to go in there, right? Anyway, we have to concoct a story. Because we've been sitting here for like 5 minutes. And we've mainly talked about, how I'm conning them. So, we need to think of something to say. Okay. How about I found out you support the same team as me? That doesn't work, does it? We have a shared friend? No, it doesn't work because you wouldn't talk. What lie works? See, this would be a lot easier if I was actually good at hitting on people randomly in bars. I would know what people normally say. As far as I can figure out, it's a kind of both people either smile at each other or very much don't, and what you say is vaguely irrelevant. As long as you're not outright creepy and you're kind of not, I don't know, kind of like looming over the person. Oh, what would I actually say if I came up to you at a bar? Not much. No, I just told you, it's not exactly my forte in life. I hate talking to people at bars. Nightclubs are even worse, because you can't talk. Well, okay, bars are better. Nightclubs, you literally can't talk to people because it's too loud. Bars, at least you have the pretense of being able to talk to people, but in the end, it's still kind of loud, and really, I mean, I don't know. How do you get a stranger to just randomly like you? I still don't understand how I got you to like me. Apart from my charming grin and fantastic accent, intelligence, wit, creativity, modesty, all of my most prominent features. We still haven't got a story. You must come up with a story. I might need more very illegal booze first. Not booze. Whatever. I don't know why we're pretending. Alright, what's our story? Huh. Okay, by the sounds of this story, you're far better at this picking people up at bars than I am. Or have you just heard too many terrible lines over the years that you can kind of concoct something? Yeah, over the years. I mean, you don't have to hear a bad pickup line at a bar, right? I think you've been an exceptionally attractive human being for long enough. See, that's about as well as I do with chat-up lines. And walk over to someone at a bar. Hello, you're an exceptionally attractive human being. Would you like to talk to me? Please? Yeah. How does that go for me? Not well. Well, hopefully it's not a talent I'll have to further develop. Okay, we go with your story. Your story is definitely better than anything I was going to come up with. I've heard so much nonsense about... Okay, so here's an example of something I heard once, that if you're trying to hit on someone, you should move them to somewhere new pretty much as soon as you start talking to them. The idea being you make yourself more interesting by something as weird as changing the surroundings. It's just trying to split you from the crowd or the rest of the situation. Yeah, I don't know. All that kind of stuff I always feel like it's very... I don't know. I feel like someone looks at you, listens to you for a second, figures out if they like you, and then it's kind of from there, as long as you're vaguely engaging, you'll be fine. But if they don't like you at the start, they're not going to like you later on. It doesn't matter which of these nonsense tips you try and use. So I guess if anything, it's about trying to, have the right atmosphere from the off. Don't be creepy, don't leer over people, don't... The only actual advice I ever gave someone was, imagine you're going up and talking to someone who you already know who's a friend, but without touching them. That's basically it. You go up, you have that kind of relaxed atmosphere. Hey, how you doing? Don't say do you come here often? I'm not good with the lines, but as I say, it's almost like irrelevant what you actually say. It's just try and give off a good vibe of someone that you would want to spend time with. And that's about all I've got. So what would I have said if I'd actually come up? Okay, so let's say I really don't know you. I can't say that, though. I do know you. Hey, do you like watching guys play soccer? No? Ah, crap. I don't know. They've moved away. Told you, good friends. If you do this kind of challenge and you actually hit it off with someone, leave them to it for like half an hour or something. Bump into them, quote unquote, later on and introduce yourselves nicely. And for the love of God, don't try and... the worst type of people? They see their friend hit it off with someone and they actually go and try and overshadow them. I've seen people do it. I've seen girls suddenly hanging off a guy's arms. I've seen guys suddenly virtually shouldering their friend out of the way. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, some people are a bit classless that way. Yeah, well, I just like having a few drinks. Non-alcoholic drinks, of course. I once heard a guy who worked at a bar over here say that essentially he used to always just judge people's IDs and ages off of what is in their home country. The theory going, because I've been drinking in the UK for a while, I'm not going to suddenly go wild if I get a beer, but if you give an American kid our age the same liberty, they're more likely to go off the wall. Well, it's a theory. I don't know. I mean, that guy was an interesting guy, so... Okay, so what would be the next logical move? I'm talking for over 10 minutes. I have to start doing all the nonsense pickup line stuff, right? I've got to try and initiate contact, friendly contact, a kind of half hit at the arm, or yeah, you got to initiate contact. Ooh. Yeah, first contact, and not in the UFO sense. Well, I think it's supposed to be if you can make them laugh, ha ha ha, and you tap them on the arm, that sort of thing. I can move slightly closer and all this sort of stuff, and then you see how has that been received. If it's positive, then you can kind of continue to worm your way in there like some parasitic lamprey. I don't know. Yeah, these pickup artist people strike me as, how do I put it, the scum of the earth. Really, when you break it down, their whole model is prey on people's confidence issues and low self-esteem. So, yeah, I'm not enthused. Anyway, by this point we can probably just have a normal conversation. If the guys come back around, we'll go with your story.